In 2011, Dmitri Kozlov, his brother Pavel, and their friend Yuri Strakhov placed a satellite call from the eastern shore of Lake Baikal. And then their boat was found drifting 2 days later, engine still running, anchor never dropped, with a 2-week search across 400 square kilometers of water returning nothing. And that is the problem. Dmitri was 43, a civil engineer from Irkutsk. He had fished Lake Baikal every August for 11 years and knew its weather patterns the way most people know their own neighborhood. Pavel was 38, the quieter brother, the careful one, the one who always filed a float plan and always called when he said he would. Yuri Strakhov had known Dmitri since university. He had made this exact trip 4 times before. These were not impulsive men. They were meticulous men, and they left on the morning of August 9, 2011, in conditions a professional would call ideal. Clear skies, calm surface, water temperature 6 degrees Celsius. They signed out at the Listvianka Marina at 7:14 in the morning, logged their destination, the shallower eastern bays near Cape Catalny, roughly 47 kilometers north, and told the marina attendant they would be back before dark. They were not back before dark. The satellite call came at 2:47 in the afternoon. Dmitri reached his wife. He told her conditions were calm and they were anchored near the Cape. They had caught 6 amyl that morning. He sounded exactly like a man who expected to be home for dinner. He asked whether she wanted him to pick up bread on the way home. That was the last recorded contact with any of them. By 9:00 that evening, the marina had flagged them overdue. By 11:00, a rescue vessel was on the water. At 1:19 in the morning on August 10th, they found the boat 212 meters from the Cape's eastern shoreline. Engine running, anchor never deployed, all 3 life jackets still in the hold, a thermos of tea on the console, still warm, 6 amyl in the cooler on ice, no signs of a struggle, no blood, no radio distress signal logged anywhere on the lake. No one gone overboard could have swum 200 meters in 6-degree water and survived long enough to reach shore. Nobody at the Cape had seen a thing, and that is the problem. The search ran 15 days. 2 Russian emergency response teams worked the water. A private dive team, hired by Dmitri's family, covered the bottom around the Cape to a depth of 82 meters. Search and rescue volunteers combed 14 kilometers of shoreline in both directions. Aerial units swept the forest interior. They found no body, no piece of clothing, no personal item of any kind. Lake Baikal averages 744 meters of depth at its center. But the search teams were precise about this. Cape Catalny sits above a relatively shallow shelf. At 82 meters in late summer water, organic material does not stay down. Bodies rise. They always rise. The official theory, documented by the Regional Investigative Committee, was hypothermia-induced accidental drowning. One of the men enters the water, perhaps to check the anchor line, and the others go in after him to help. At 6 degrees Celsius, cold shock sets in within seconds. Useful muscle function is gone within 30 minutes. The lake takes you and it does not give you back. Remember the running engine. If Dmitri went in first and the others followed, someone would have cut the engine. You cut the engine before you go over the side. That is not a trained response. It is an instinct. Every person who has ever been on a boat knows it. The engine ran until it was nearly out of fuel. The tank was 3/4 empty when the rescue boat arrived, not depleted, not full. 3/4 empty from a full tank that left the marina at 7:14. Something moved that boat for hours after the 2:47 call. Or no one did, and the throttle was left engaged and the boat circled until it nearly ran dry. But an unmanned vessel running at speed does not drift to 200 meters from shore and stop. It keeps moving. It does not park. Here is the detail no summary leads with. The amyl, 6 fish caught that morning. On Lake Baikal, experienced fishermen gut their catch as they go. It is how you keep the flesh. There was no cleaning board out, no knife laid across the gunwale, no bucket. The amyl were whole and ungutted, packed on ice as though they had just been pulled from the water. 3 men who had done this for years caught 6 fish across an entire morning and did not gut a single one. Something interrupted them before they were ready to be interrupted, something that moved faster than a decision. The case was formally suspended in March 2012. No criminal file was opened. No death certificates were issued because no deaths were ever confirmed. Dmitri Kozlov, Pavel Kozlov, and Yuri Strakhov remain listed as missing persons, not deceased. Missing. The boat sold at auction in 2014. 3 men, a warm engine, 6 ungutted fish, a thermos still holding heat, and 400 square kilometers of water that gave nothing back. The evidence places all 3 of them on that boat. It does not show a single one of them leaving it. So what does it take to disappear from a lake that shallow?